Hello, and welcome to the Wayback Chronicles podcast. My name is Keith Abbott, and I'm here with my lifelong friends, Steve McKelkey and Noel Kirsch. In the Wayback Chronicles, we discuss the greatest events that have happened from 1970 to the present. In this episode, Steve is going to take us down the memory lanes of 1998 TV and movies, or at least we're going to segue into some of those. This might be 2 episodes, but Steve, I know you got some good content for us, so take it away, and we'll see where we end and where we begin next.
Yeah, so thanks, Keith. And, as I started to research 1990.
Next is, by the way. I'm not sure what that word is.
Not sure what that word is either, but okay. It's something other than pick fives. We're all a little bit rusty.
Yes.
Forgive us.
Yeah. Well, Keith, thanks for that. As I started to research 1998 movies, late 90s is a blur to me. We were early in our professional careers and trying to make an extra dime wherever we could. And so I was like, am I going to remember any movies? And like none of them really drew a blank. I had an idea what was going on in that era. But as I started to research, I actually thought of several moments that were the three of us revolving around some movies popped into my head. Ideally, a movie involving asteroids.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Oh man, my God.
Let me. This was prime time Noel, Steve, and Keith in our worst.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So
we were out of college. We all lived in Houston at this time, and poor Noel's wife.
God bless Linda for staying married to Noel.
Yes. My first year of marriage, man, was so rough. Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so 1998 really was a great year in movies, and just so many movies that you can, as we go through this list, no doubt movies that you've seen 3, 4, maybe 10 plus times in your lifetime since these movies have come out. So it's really impressive 25 years later, just how many of these movies are memorable to us. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the top 10 highest grossing films according to Wikipedia. Okay. And the number one is the one we just, alluded to as Armageddon.
And I would not miss a thing.
Yeah. Daddy, will you sing a song for my new movie?
Wreck a cow!
Sure, baby.
He said yes.
Yeah.
He said yes. That was yes.
Of course, referring to Steve Tyler, God bless that guy. He's, got a voice issue these days, so he's having to, I guess, take a semi-retirement from the music industry, and so hope he bounces back. But no, Armageddon was the number one movie in 1998, highest world grossing at $553 million, which still today, wild. 25 years later, is a ton of money. And so now the second movie, Keith, I think you and I went to theater together. Maybe Noel was there as well. I can't remember, but Saving Private Ryan.
I didn't see that with y'all.
Yeah, man. And I specifically remember Keith being there because the movie was over, and like we just sat there for a minute afterwards. Where it was like, whew, wow.
Yeah,
and just, I still think about that moment every time I see it. I feel like it's something I have to watch every year.
It's fantastic.
I don't think I've seen Armageddon since we all saw it together. And of course, we relive it so often. I probably should go see it again. But
man.
Anyway, Saving Private Ryan grossed $481 million that year. So. Almost over $1 billion between those top 2 movies.
That's wild. I remember then when they had before the movie even started, they had an 800 number because it was so realistic. They had an 800 number that they would talk about saying if you're a veteran and this affects you because of its realism, it was so accurate historically with the way they portrayed it that they actually had an 800 number set up for veterans. And I thought that was really cool that they did that.
Yeah.
Well, and that they tried to make it that accurate for us to feel like we were there and understood the magnitude of what was going on. And I tell you, I went to Normandy a couple of years ago. Have y'all ever been?
No,
man, let me tell you, the emotion just being there hits you like a ton of bricks. Like, I mean, not just like I got to see the cemetery, but going to Omaha Beach and walking on that beach and I took my shoes off and put my feet in the water, just to experience that feeling. And I'll tell you, man, I was one of them. There were grown men crying on that beach just with the overwhelming weight of what we knew happened there. And, I had to sorry to interject there, Steve, but it was such an important moment from my life when we were there that I'm so glad I hope you all get to experience that because it's
Yeah.
It's on the bucket list.
it's
Yeah, same
amazing.
here.
It's definitely a need to do. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Mm.
go
Yeah,
on.
thanks for sharing that, bud.
Yeah, man.
So as we look at number 3 overall worldwide was the movie Godzilla, and I've never seen this movie. It grossed $379 million. Have y'all seen Godzilla?
Nope.
I don't know which one. Who acted in this one? I don't even know.
Let's see. So it was produced by Sony Picture TriStar.
Huh. Oh, this is one with Matthew Broderick in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is he
No, I don't think
Godzilla?
I ever saw that. I don't think I
Yeah.
saw that one. I'm just
Yeah.
quickly looking through the movies, but no, I didn't see it. But
He seems too short to be Godzilla.
yeah, I mean, he took
Yeah.
some roids for that.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Did he?
Yeah.
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 And
Long
got a bad-
haircut.
got a bad
Yeah.
skin disease just
Yeah.
for the movie.
Yeah.
Like
Didn't
kissing
have
I'm
kissing
angry.
lizards. 'Cause back then they didn't have special effects yet, so
That's
you know,
true.
they did it the old-fashioned way.
Oh yeah, and that sequel that came out the next year, Godzilla's Day Off.
Yeah.
That's an epic thriller right there.
It's where instead of he just cruises through the streets of Chicago instead of rampaging. You know, cool.
He was absent 9 times.
Nine times. Save Godzilla.
So, so as we move on to the number 4 movie, a hilarious movie, no doubt everybody has probably seen it at least some point in their life, and it's called "There's Something About Mary."
Oh my gosh!
And
That is epic.
there's so many Frankie Beans, but
Yeah. Break the beats.
The hair
man.
gel thing is what
Oh.
gets me.
oh
Every
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, classic. I think that's
Brett
the first time that Cameron
Favre.
Diaz ever jumped on the radar and in the
Yes.
world. Is that the earliest y'all can remember her?
That
It was
or
either that or Mask.
Mask. Yeah. I
Yeah,
think it
one
was
of the
Mask.
two. But they were there around that same time. So
Yeah.
Brett Favre.
Bruh.
Brett Favre hates that movie just for that reason.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
you know it.
So sure.
He was probably enjoying it till he saw. He probably walked out.
Probably.
It's like, screw
I'm
these
done.
guys. Heard this one too many times.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Number 5 overall was a movie, Bug's Life. I've never seen this one either, to my knowledge.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
it?
Disney animated movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just another one of those awesome shows that can showcase what that animation can do with Pixar, right? So pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Number 6 was another asteroid themed science fiction thriller, I guess. Remember the name of this one?
Yes, I do. It was crap.
Nope.
Sudden
That's
impact, Deep Impact.
What a
Deep
Yeah.
Impact.
Okay, a Deep Impact. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
it
one
was
where they were all trying to rush to get to the top of the hill or top of the mountain or whatever.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Noah something or other, which is not Noah.
Yep. It was the name of the comet was the two kids, right? That discovered, or the kid and the
Yes.
scientist that discovered it.
Yes.
So
That's right.
I personally liked this movie better than Armageddon,
Did
but
you?
Armageddon had the hype behind it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah.
Jerry
didn't have-
Bruckheimer. So
Didn't have Liv Tyler
Yeah.
in it, so that didn't have
Wreck a
that
cow.
going
Rock-a-cow.
I mean, what a year for asteroids. I mean, almost 900, a little over 900 million in
That's wild.
revenue just for 2 movies about
Asteroids.
asteroids. So maybe they should do that again.
They should.
Yeah.
Was there a big prediction of like asteroids hitting Earth or something back then? Like what spawned off the whole asteroid movie?
I
Was it
don't
just
know.
some idea that Hollywood came up with back then when they came up with ideas? Like they don't do that anymore. But
Probably just need like, hey, how can we scare the crap out of
people.
Humanity.
the public by making them think about something they haven't thought about in a long time?
Oh yeah,
asteroids.
yeah. I wasn't scared of asteroids until Independence, or not Independence Day, but until that Armageddon came out. Now everybody's freaked out
Yeah,
about it. Oh,
yeah.
good, new thing to be scared of.
Yeah, we used to
Yeah.
be afraid of Russians, now we're afraid of asteroids. Thanks a lot, Hollywood.
Right.
Wonderful, thank you.
The number 7 overall is another Disney flick called Mulan, and I've never seen
Wow.
this one.
I saw it.
So yeah, the girls love this movie. I'm
Yeah.
indifferent, so
Yeah.
it's okay, but not my favorite. So
Yeah.
Take a pillow.
so anybody that's really enjoyed Mulan, please feel free to leave us some comments about what you thought about it, because it was okay. They had a remake that was live action a while back that I watched too, and again, it was really okay. So what's next?
Yeah. Keith, is what happens when you don't have control of the TV remote at home.
I do not. I've bequeathed it to everything.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, I can't talk crap because I mean, yeah, if she who must be obeyed is home at the time, then the TV remote is out of my hands as well.
She who must be obeyed. That's awesome.
Yeah. Number 8 film was Dr. Dolittle.
Oh man, yeah.
And
Eddie
I saw
Murphy.
this one once. I cannot think of what's even about. Eddie Murphy. That's right.
Yeah. Wasn't this the one where, if I remember right, hang on, is this the one where he was able to figure out how to change his, like to make himself skinnier?
No, that's Clumps.
Oh yeah, Hercules.
Yeah.
Oh, Hercules. Yeah. So this was a different one. This is one.
So this is where he was able to hear what animals are saying, starting with his own dog, and then
Oh wow.
he would ask questions like, why do dogs sniff each other's butts?
Somebody was on some weed when they wrote that script.
Yeah. We got a great idea.
Yeah, I got an idea.
Wow. Okay, yeah, that was. What was the other one that he was in? That was
Nutty Professor.
Nutty Professor.
Nutty Professor, yeah.
That
Hercules,
awesome.
Hercules.
Yeah.
I need somebody to clean my colon. I
I'll
clean
clean
my
my
colon
colon right now.
Oh, baby's got gas.
Oh, maybe a little bit of gas.
Let's move aside Dr. Dolittle for the real Eddie Murphy movies.
Yeah. Probably, if you were to rank all of Eddie Murphy's, highest grossing films, this is probably not the front runner by any means.
Probably not.
Nutty Professor.
No, Dolittle.
Professor's up
Oh
there.
yeah,
Dr. Dolittle. Yeah.
Dolittle, not at the top. Nope.
Yeah. So the next movie, number 9 overall, is a movie I wouldn't see just purely on the name of it, but Shakespeare in Love is to me that sounds like nap inducing hour and a half.
I have to agree.
Yeah.
289 million that year.
Did you see that? No, I have not.
No, I don't think I did. Linda may have seen it when I was over at an apartment playing Coach K or something, but I never saw it.
Yeah. Then the
Paltrow.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. Sorry. Just looking at who's in it.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben Affleck's in it. He had a busy year.
Says it was directed by John Madden. That's not the same John Madden that used to do.
There's a guy that's in love with he's a composer.
See,
and see, he's in love.
The teleprompter is like writing circles, and this goes over there.
Is it? See, they're at the ball, and she's at stage right here, and he needs to come from the left.
I tell you, Frank Caliendo does an excellent John Madden.
Yes,
I could listen to him do that all day.
I think he does better John Madden than John Madden does.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
and he does the Brett Favre the best.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of Favre, right?
Yeah. Probably been beat up by Brett Favre.
I'm sure.
Then the number 10 is one I think I've seen. Lethal Weapon 4. I mean, has there been another Lethal Weapon since
4?
I didn't know there was a 4.
I didn't either.
So it starred Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, Joe Pesci, and Rene Russo. Like, you can never have Joe Pesci and Rene Russo never in the same movie. They had always been in the same movie together.
Yeah, like a pact or something.
And then they just took it to the next level and put Chris Rock in this one. So
yeah, that's right. This was the Chris Rock one.
Yeah,
whole 52% Rotten Tomatoes score.
Has there been any? Was that the last of the series, or was there more?
I don't know.
14 or something.
Lethal Weapon 4.
Need the research department to come through for us.
Yeah,
the research
department.
I'm submitting it.
We haven't done this
I'm
in a
submitting it.
while.
We'll find out.
We are rusty.
So a few interesting notes as we look at the box office records. So Saving Private Ryan grossed, as we mentioned, $482 million worldwide. It was the highest grossing World War II film until it was passed in 2017 by a movie that I have not seen called Dunkirk.
Oh
And
my
have
gosh,
y'all
it's
seen
such
it?
a great movie. Yes, it is so good.
Yeah.
Man, have you seen it, Noel?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
So
Oh, wait,
how's
wait,
it,
wait, wait.
how's
Sorry,
it
sorry.
compared to Saving Private
You said
Dunkirk?
Dunkirk. I
Yeah.
did see that.
Yeah.
Very good movie. Not even comparable, I think, to Saving Private Ryan.
no,
But
not at all.
but I mean, pretty realistic, I would think. I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't there, but it looked pretty. It was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It's one of those like little known stories from World War II that isn't told very often, but it sure is amazing. Very cool.
Yeah.
And the way
Yeah.
they told it was really interesting because they did. I think the air scene was it 3 hours, and then like it was told in like a section segments of three, like 3 minutes, 3 days, and 3 hours, and they somehow pieced the whole movie together. So like the water scenes were 3 days,
Mhm.
the land scenes were 3 hours, and the plane scenes were 3 minutes or something. It was something where they like
Mhm.
put it all together in this really weird. It was a typical Christopher Nolan jigsaw puzzle, right?
Mhm.
And but it was done really well how it all kind of culminated together. So pretty interesting.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And our research department just handed me a note. There were
Yep.
4 Lethal Weapon movies,
Mhm.
but there was also a television series which aired from 2016 to 2019,
Mhm.
just for FYI.
Yep.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, and there's talk of a Lethal finale, but there hasn't been anything done. They talked about that back in 2021 is the last time they talked about it, but
Yeah, I mean, when the last time
nothing
you did
done
one was
yet.
25 years ago, I think you've had your
Yeah.
finale.
I,
I
I
agree.
think the finale was back in '98. So
Yeah.
hang up your weapons.
Yeah. So just another note, I thought was pretty cool. So the movie Titanic came out in 1997, so a year prior to you were talking about, but it became the first film to gross over $1 billion at the worldwide box office. And of course, then later became, Best Picture for the Academy Awards, all that stuff. But, you know, $1998 billion is a lot of money. Today,
Mhm.
that's your Powerball prize if you have the winning ticket right now. But
No
go
kidding.
figure. By the way, I may have to go buy a ticket on this one. It's finally made it worthwhile for me to play at $1 billion. So
Right.
I
Oh,
I don't
and
I
so
don't yeah, I won't win
uh,
anything less than $1 billion. Otherwise,
I
it's not
know
worth my
yeah,
time.
what's the
no,
point,
yeah, yeah, exactly.
After taxes, it's like $10, whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the
yeah.
truth. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
So
so
on
true.
I gotta correct myself. The research department corrected me. Dunkirk, it was 1 week out, 1 day out, and 1 hour out. That's what it
Okay.
was.
Oh
So
my
just
Yeah.
gosh. Wow.
Wow.
it was pretty cool though.
Yeah, Titanic. We went and saw that in '97. Lynn and I went and saw that, and it was at one of the movies down in the gallery area. And after the movie was over, it was like real quiet theater filled with couples and mostly women, a couple guys splashed here and there and stuff. Movie ends and it's like real quiet and everything. And I turned to Linda, and it's real quiet in the theater. I didn't realize I was speaking this loudly, but I turned to Linda and I said, "Well, there won't be a sequel." The guys laughed in the theater, but the girls all gave me a go to hell look.
That's a good one.
So we got to know, Noel. Some people think it. Some say it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I thought it was just a conversation between Lynn and I, but then
Yeah.
I turn around and like everybody, like all these eyes turn around, like, yeah, well, there won't be.
That's awesome.
They're
Oh my gosh.
not bringing that back.
Yeah, looking at some of the award shows, just to add a little bit more to the movie piece. Golden Globes, the best film was Saving Private Ryan, and they also for music or comedy was Shakespeare in Love. So
Hmm.
I guess Shakespeare in comedy or Shakespeare in Love is a musical, not a comedy. I guess.
Ooh, God,
This is something like
double
yeah,
bad.
yeah. So good call on never watching that one. Um,
I think the only musical movie I can tolerate is Grease.
yeah. And
Maybe
further proof that Shakespeare in Love was not a movie we want to watch is because the Academy Awards identified it as the best movie, best film.
That's
So,
all you had to say right there.
dead giveaway. It sucks.
Yeah.
So I'll say Noel, that one, and The Greatest Showman's the other one that I can watch.
I was just about to add that. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I
Have you
was
seen that, Steve?
I don't know. I haven't.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. It is awesome.
It's good. The music's good. It's very well performed. It's about P.T. Barnum's life, but it's really good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. If Rob ever wants to watch it, I'll get to see it. But that'll be the only time that happens.
Fair enough.
The other day I was like, "Hey, we should watch Dumb and Dumber." She's like, "No, we're not doing that." Didn't get her to watch Tommy Boy. Gosh,
Tommy Boy, man. Luke, I'm your
father.
Am I interrupting playtime?
it has a candy shell. I'm surprised you didn't know that.
Right, you know.
That is one of the best movies of all time.
Time.
You know, they really should have like the Academy Awards, like the stuck up people. They really should have like the common man Academy Award equivalent where we vote all the good movies that should win awards. So
yes, people's. It used to be called the People's Choice, but then that kind of got all stuffy. They need a people's choice.
Yeah. I don't know what you call it, but something not that gets taken over by the snobs.
Yeah, no doubt.
Anyway,
good run through, Steve.
Yeah, you bet. So that is 1998 in the movies. We want to come back for another one for talk about TV.
I think we should.
I think so too.
Let's do it.
Thanks very much, Steve, for that research and for the 1998 movies. It was a good trip down memory lane and some good movies there that brought back some good memories. So good job, Steve-O.
You bet, man.
Thanks, man.
Looking forward to the movies.
In the TV. Because we just did movies.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I went way back.
You can't watch movies on
you did. You're like doing the time machine. It's a loop.
I did.
I like it. I like it.
All right, guys. Thanks,
Bye.
everybody.
All right, deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Wayback Chronicles. All shows are written and produced by Noel, Keith, and Steve. Massive thanks to those who made these memories possible for us through the years. All songs, sounds, and effects have been attributed in the comments section and through links listed on waybackchronicles.podbean.com. We look forward to taking you way back again in the very near future.